Hello. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and it's because I had a person request to know what number tools I used when making this design. Now, as many of you know, because if you've watched my videos, I just make things up as I go along. So usually I don't redo the same pattern twice. And I'm kind of been doing that the last few days here, which is surprising to me. So I'm going to try and recreate this one, but I'm going to do it on a canvas because I don't want two stones exactly alike. But you should be able to just make it on a stone instead of on a canvas. So I'm going to start out. Let's see what size this piece of cardboard is I have. It is 4 inches by 4 inches. And I'm going to paint it my apple barrel gloss black. So I'm going to do that real quick and we'll get the show on the road. I'm sorry if this takes me a little bit longer than normal, but I'm going to have to kind of check my tools because, like I said, I just made it up as I went along, so I have no clue what numbers I used. I just did it. I'm going to put a paper towel under this. So I'm just going to paint this, and when it's dry, I'll be right back. Okay, so all I did, since I've been gone, was paint this gloss black, and I marked my center. See if I can get in on that. Let's see, I got an X on there. Okay. Now, like I said, this is probably going to take me a little bit, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, the number 12, and I'm going to use Velvet Crush, and I'm going to do my circle in the center. Now, this whole design I based off of previous dots. I didn't mark anything. Let's go back. Okay, number 4, we're going to do 8 dots around. And somehow my lighting got lousy. Let's see where the other, pardon my arm. Let's see if that helps. Sorry, I'm filming this one at night, so if the lighting is off, I'm sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to go up to the number 6. And I'm going to do dots in between those, but out a little bit. I'm looking from a really weird angle, and I can't really see it very well, so sorry if my dots are off. Okay. Now I'm going to go up in size from the number 6, and let's go to number 10. And I'm going to use yellow, and it's just called yellow. And I'm going to do a dot in between those. And then I'm going to go down in size again. Let's go to number 8. Still using the yellow. I'm going to do another dot, but this time I'm going to do it straight out from the other yellow. Sorry for my dogs. Okay. Now I'm going to go to, let's see, number 3. Nope, maybe number 4. Number 4. And I'm going to walk some dots around those. And I'm going to enclose the whole area. So, first of all, I'm going to do, with the number 4, a dot at the end of each of these. And then I'm going to go down to the number 3. And I'm going to walk some up. Now, basically what I'm going to do is just encircle these and then come to a point right here. So I don't know how else to describe that. So I'm just going to go around this. Like so, and I'm going to do that to all of them. Okay. And now I'm going to use that spring green color, and I'm just going to outline what I just did in spring green using the number 3. So I like to put a dot in the center there, in between them first. Excuse me. And one on the ends. And then I will do them down the sides. Now these I didn't really walk, I just re-dipped them and kept them all pretty consistent. The white dots are bigger because the paint is runnier, but I'm using the same size dots. But I'm just reapplying paint and outlining. Trying to keep them fairly evenly spaced. My lighting just really stinks in here at night. Okay. Now I'm going to still use the number 3 because that white paint is looser, and I'm going to put a dot right in between these all the way around. In white, of course, but I didn't mention that. Okay. Now I'm going to get a bigger white dot. And let's see what number I want to go with. I'm going to go with a number 6. And I'm going to do that just down from the other white dot we just made. And now I'm going to go with the big green dot, the spring green color, and it's a rather big dot. Let's see. I'm going to go with, I think, number 14. That's too big. Gotta find it. go. Number 14. And I'm going to go straight out from those white dots we just made. All right. Now I'm going to do a lot of circling, walking of the dots. Let's see. I'm going to start out with the number 3, and I'm going to go to this pale daffodil color, which is a lighter yellow. And I'm going to only walk the dots so far, and then I'm going to switch to the number 2 and finish them. Let's see. Maybe I'll do the center and then 3 on either side. And then I'm going to switch to a number 2. Let's switch this out. Now on number 3. Did I not? Okay. Hopefully I remember to put the number down in the video. Sorry, I gotta angle it up because the glare is too bad at night here. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. This is still the number 3. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the number 2 and finish walking those down. These I'm actually walking so they get smaller. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the purple. That would be the Velvet Crush purple, the darker one. And I'm going to go back up to the number 3. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did, only around the yellow. So I'll put 1 dot down in the center and 3 to the side. And then I'm going to switch to a lower tool. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the number 2 and finish walking them. All right, now we're going to go back up to the number 3 and do the same thing in white. Actually, because my paint's looser, I can do multiple dots. If your paint isn't loose like mine, then I would just do like we did before and do the 3. Number 3 for so many, and then go down to the number 2 and finish them off. Or you can loosen your paint up a little bit and just do like I'm doing and get all of them out of it. So, let me fix these a little bit. If I do something in time-lapse and you really want the pattern, you just have to tell me, and then give me time to be able to remake it. And it may not look exactly alike, but it'll be pretty close to what I did before. Like I said, I don't like repainting the same thing. That's why I kind of make them up on the fly. But I don't mind doing it if somebody really wants the pattern. That's new and can't figure it out on their own. I may just start doing overlapping videos, I don't know. I don't know if everybody would like that though. I make the time lapse when I'm in a time crunch because there's not much editing that needs to be done with that. I just fast forward it. So on hectic days at my house, that's usually what I do. But there's no reason I couldn't do it another day. Okay. There's not really much more to this. Going to use the number 3 still. And Lilac Mist, which is the lighter purple. And I did 3 dots going down in between each of these. And they were all like the same size, so if you need to redip your tool, go ahead. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to a bigger one. Let's see what size. I'm going to say a number 8. And just do a bigger dot at the end of each of those that we just did in the same color. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the number 1, because my paint is loose. If your paint's not loose, then you might be able to get away with a number 2. But with white, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in between these purples up here. So in each row, I'm just going to do a white dot in between each purple in both rows. Like that. Alrighty. And those little white dots were just with the number 1. And now I'm going to, with the number 1 again, I'm going to put some Lilac Mist dots, which is the lighter purple. And I'm going to put them right in the creases of these 2 yellow dots. And they're just very tiny on either side. But you can't see them well on camera, but in person they show up pretty good. I had a little bit more room on my stone than I have in this canvas. I put them a little further apart. But they're just number 1, so they're just teeny tiny. And then we're going to do our top dots. So I put the Lilac Mist on top of the Velvet Crush in the center. And I'm going to use, let's see, either a 2 or a 3. I think I'm going to use a 3. And I'm using the lighter purple. I'm going to put it on the darker purple. Just on these bigger ones on the outer edge here. Okay. And now I'm going to grab the number, let's see, number 4 maybe? Oh, I need to go bigger than that. Let's go with the number 6. And I'm going to use that pale daffodil. And I'm going to top dot those bigger yellow dots in the inside here. So it's just a lighter color yellow on top of the darker. And then I've got to go down in size. Let's see. Go with the number 4. And I'm going to do those other yellow ones. With that lighter color yellow on the darker. And then I'm going to go to the number 3. And I'm going to top dot on the white, on these white ones, right, going around this ring here. And I'm going to use that Velvet Crush, the darker purple. No, my other ones aren't quite dry yet. I don't know if I can top dot them on them yet. Let's see. Find one and give it a go. Okay, I'm gonna go with the number 10. And I've got this palm green color, which is darker than that spring green. And I'm going to top dot on these big green ones with it. And hopefully they'll be dry enough. And this is the number 10. I know I said it, but I didn't put that thing out. Okay, now let's see here. I'm gonna go with the number 4. And again, I'm gonna hope those dots are dry enough. I'm gonna dot on these Lilac Mist dots with the Velvet Crush, which is a darker color purple. Okay. Now, I'm going to go down to the number 3. Yep, number 3. And I'm going to do white dots on those big yellow ones in the center that I already dotted with the lighter yellow. I'm going to just put a white one right in the center. And I'm going to go down to the number 2, or maybe even the number 1. Let me see. I think number 2. Number 2. And I'm going to do those yellow ones with white as well. Okay, and the only thing left is the white dots I put on these outer purples and these green ones. And I've got to dry these up a little bit before I could do those. So I will be right back. Now, the purple ones are dry, so let's just dot those for right now. I'm going to use the number 1. And I'm going to put a white dot in each one of these purples. And I think I'm going to attempt to put white dots on those green ones, even though they're not dry. That's because I don't want to wait that out. Let's see. Sometimes you can put them in there and sometimes you can't. Let's see if it looks lousy or not. Then I go with the number 5. And they're doing okay. And that's it. It's the recreation on the stone. Letting you guys know what size dots I used. So here's the stone. And here's the flat image. And they're the same size dots. It just looks different because this is flat and this is curved around the stone. So if you just continue it and fold it over the sides, it'll look like this. So I hope you enjoyed the video and that helps some of you out that we're trying to recreate that design. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.